Question 1. A Rhode Island homeowner's insurance policy includes an actual cash value (ACV) settlement option. If a property loss occurs and the insured has not yet repaired or replaced the damaged property, how will the insurer likely calculate the settlement amount? A. The full replacement cost regardless of depreciation. B. The replacement cost minus the policy deductible. C. The replacement cost minus depreciation. D. The full market value of the property at the time of loss. Correct answer. C. The replacement cost minus depreciation. Explanation. Under an actual cash value (ACV) settlement, insurers typically calculate the settlement amount based on the replacement cost of the damaged property minus depreciation. Depreciation reflects the reduction in value due to wear and tear, age, or obsolescence. ACV is used to prevent overcompensation by ensuring the insured only receives the amount necessary to replace the lost value, not the cost of a brand new item. Rhode Island insurance regulations support this valuation method as a fair measure of property loss to prevent unjust enrichment. Question 2. While investigating a claim, an insurer in Rhode Island discovers that the insured property was left vacant for an extended period without notifying the insurer. Which of the following is the most likely action the insurer can take? A. Pay the claim in full, as vacancy does not affect coverage. B. Deny the claim entirely, as most policies exclude vacant properties without prior notification. C. Pay a reduced amount based on partial coverage for vacant properties. D. Request a higher deductible due to the increased risk associated with vacancy. Correct answer. B. Deny the claim entirely, as most policies exclude vacant properties without prior notification. Explanation. Most property insurance policies have specific vacancy provisions, often requiring notification if a property will be unoccupied for an extended period. Vacancy increases risks such as vandalism, undetected water damage, or fire, leading insurers to limit or exclude coverage. In Rhode Island, if the insurer can show the vacancy clause was violated, they may legally deny coverage. It's critical for policyholders to understand and communicate changes in occupancy to avoid coverage issues. Question 3. Mr. Stevens owns a commercial building in Rhode Island, which he insures under a business owner's policy, BOP, with business income and extra expense coverage. If his property suffers damage from a covered peril, temporarily shutting down his business, what costs would this coverage likely reimburse? A. Only the physical repairs to the damaged property. B. Ongoing expenses and lost profits during the shutdown period. C. Only the cost to relocate the business permanently. D. Legal fees related to the claim. Correct answer. B. Ongoing expenses and lost profits during the shutdown period. Explanation. Business income and extra expense coverage reimburses the insured for lost income and essential operating expenses while the business cannot operate due to property damage from a covered peril. This includes lost profits and necessary continuing expenses, e.g., rent or utilities, during the period of restoration. In Rhode Island, this coverage is vital for businesses needing financial support during recovery and may also cover relocation costs for temporary operations but not for permanent relocation or legal fees. The purpose is to maintain business stability, not to cover unrelated legal expenses. Question 4. In Rhode Island, if an insured party wants to cancel their commercial general liability (CGL) policy midterm, what would the insurer most likely require? A. A prorated premium refund based on the remaining policy term. B. A short rate premium refund that includes an administrative penalty. C. A full refund of any premiums paid for the term. D. No premium refund, as midterm cancellations are not allowed. Correct answer. B. A short rate premium refund that includes an administrative penalty. Explanation. When an insured party initiates a midterm cancellation of a policy, insurers generally issue a short rate refund, which is slightly reduced compared to a prorated refund. This penalty covers the insurer's administrative costs associated with early termination. Rhode Island regulations permit insurers to charge this fee as long as it's disclosed in the policy terms. This practice helps ensure administrative efficiency and deters policyholders from frequent policy cancellations. Question 5. In a scenario where a Rhode Island homeowner's policy includes an endorsement for water backup and a severe rainstorm causes water to back up into the insured's basement, damaging personal belongings, what would the insurer most likely cover? A. Only the structural damage, not personal belongings. B. Personal belongings and structural damage up to the endorsement limit. C. Only the damage to personal belongings. D. No coverage, as water backup is excluded under all circumstances. Correct answer. B. Personal belongings and structural damage up to the endorsement limit. Explanation. Water backup endorsements typically cover damage resulting from water backing up through sewers or drains, including personal property and structural damage. This coverage is particularly important in flood-prone areas like parts of Rhode Island, where rainstorms can lead to water backup. However, limits on this coverage are generally set lower than other policy limits, so it's essential to understand these limits to avoid underinsurance. Without this endorsement, damage from water backup is typically excluded from standard homeowners policies. Question 6. Ms. Ramirez, a Rhode Island homeowner, has a homeowner's insurance policy with replacement cost coverage. After her home is partially damaged in a fire, she receives an initial payment from her insurer based on actual cash value. What should Ms. Ramirez do to receive the remaining replacement cost? A. Keep the actual cash value payment as full settlement. B. Provide proof that repairs or replacement have been completed. C. Request the replacement cost payment immediately without repairs. D. Submit an appraisal disputing the initial payment amount. Correct answer. B. Provide proof that repairs or replacement have been completed. Explanation. Replacement cost policies generally require policyholders to first receive an actual cash value (ACV) payment, with the remainder paid upon proof of repair or replacement. Rhode Island insurers follow this process to prevent overpayment. Insuring funds are used to restore the property. This helps mitigate potential fraud or misuse of insurance funds, as the final payout aligns with actual costs rather than simply disbursing the full replacement value without evidence of repairs. Question 7. In Rhode Island, a policyholder's home is insured with a homeowner's insurance policy that includes a vacancy clause. The policyholder temporarily leaves the home unoccupied for 6 months. What is the potential impact on the homeowner's coverage? A. Coverage remains unaffected as long as premiums are paid. B. Coverage is reduced by 50% for the duration of the vacancy. C. Coverage may be suspended or limited due to increased risks. D. Coverage is enhanced due to reduced risk of liability claims. Correct answer. C. Coverage may be suspended or limited due to increased risks. Explanation. A vacancy clause typically restricts or suspends certain coverages if a property is unoccupied for an extended period, often 30 or 60 days, due to increased risks such as vandalism or undetected damage. In Rhode Island, insurers are allowed to enforce these provisions as long as they are disclosed in the policy. The policyholder may need to secure a vacancy permit or endorsement to maintain coverage while the property is vacant. This provision protects insurers by reducing exposure to risks that are higher in unoccupied properties. Question 8. Which of the following best describes the role of subrogation in Rhode Island insurance claims? A. It allows the insurer to deny the claim if another party is responsible for the loss. B. It enables the insurer to recover costs from a responsible third party after paying the claim. C. It allows the insurer to transfer the claim to another insurance company. D. It enables the insured to receive double payment by recovering from both the insurer and a third party. Correct answer. B. It enables the insurer to recover costs from a responsible third party after paying the claim. Explanation. Subrogation is a key principle that allows insurers to recoup expenses from a third party responsible for a loss after compensating the insured. In Rhode Island, this process is used to prevent unjust enrichment and to hold responsible parties accountable. By exercising subrogation rights, insurers can recover some of the costs associated with a claim, helping to keep overall premiums lower for policyholders. Policyholders are usually required to cooperate with insurers during subrogation, as outlined in policy terms. Question 9. A Rhode Island commercial property policy has a coinsurance clause set at 80%. If a business owner insures their property at only 60% of its replacement cost and suffers a partial loss, how will this affect their claim settlement? A. The insurer will pay the claim in full since it's a partial loss. B. The claim payment will be reduced proportionally based on the coinsurance clause. C. The insurer will deny the claim entirely due to underinsurance. D. The insured will receive only 50% of the claim amount, regardless of the actual loss. Correct answer. B. The claim payment will be reduced proportionally based on the coinsurance clause. Explanation. The coinsurance clause requires policyholders to insure their property to a specified percentage of its replacement cost, commonly 80%, to receive full reimbursement for partial losses. If underinsured, as in this case, 60% instead of 80%, the insurer applies a coinsurance penalty, reducing the claim payment proportionally. Rhode Island commercial property policies frequently include this clause to ensure that policyholders maintain adequate coverage, promoting risk-sharing and equitable claim settlements. Question 10. If a Rhode Island auto policyholder causes an accident and damages a pedestrian's property, which section of their personal auto policy PAP will typically respond to cover the damage? A. Part B. Medical payments coverage. B. Part C. Uninsured motorist coverage. C. Part liability coverage. D. Part D. Collision coverage. Correct answer. C. Part liability coverage. Explanation. Part of the personal auto policy, PAP, provides liability coverage, including bodily injury and property damage liability to third parties. This section is designed to cover damages the policyholder may be legally obligated to pay for injuring others or damaging their property in an accident. Rhode Island requires auto insurance policies to include liability coverage to protect pedestrians and other third parties from financial loss due to the actions of insured drivers. Question 11. A policyholder has a homeowner's insurance policy with an 80% coinsurance requirement and a dwelling insured for $200,000. The replacement cost of the dwelling is $300,000. If a fire causes $60,000 in damage, how much will the insurance company pay? A. $60,000. B. $50,000. C. $40,000. D. $30,000. Correct answer. B. $50,000. Explanation. The coinsurance clause requires the dwelling to be insured for at least 80% of its replacement cost. Since 80% of $300,000 is $240,000, the policyholder's $200,000 coverage does not meet the requirement, resulting in a penalty. Calculation. Insurance carried, insurance required, X loss amount calculation. $200,000, $240,000, X 60,000 L is equals $50,000. Purpose of coinsurance. Coinsurance encourages policyholders to adequately insure their property, and a penalty applies if the requirement isn't met. Question 12. An insured's business owner's policy, BOP, includes a business interruption endorsement. A covered peril forces the business to close for 30 days, resulting in lost income and payroll expenses. What type of loss is this, and how is it covered? A. Direct loss, covered under property coverage. B. Indirect loss, covered under business interruption. C. Direct loss, covered under extra expense coverage. D. Indirect loss, excluded from coverage. Correct answer. B. Indirect loss, covered under business interruption. Explanation. Business interruption is considered an indirect loss because it results from a primary event, the direct loss, but affects the business's ability to operate. Business interruption coverage and a BOP provides compensation for lost income and certain continuing expenses during the period of restoration. Indirect loss versus direct loss. Direct losses involve actual physical damage, while indirect losses include consequential losses like lost income. Purpose of business interruption coverage. It helps businesses maintain financial stability by covering income and expenses during shutdowns due to covered perils. Question 13. Under a commercial general liability CGL policy, which type of liability would cover claims related to injury caused by a defective product after the product has been sold? A. Premises liability. B. Completed operations liability. C. Products liability. D. Advertising injury liability. Correct answer. C. Products liability. Explanation. Products liability under a CGL policy provides coverage for bodily injury or property damage arising from products sold, manufactured, or distributed by the insured after they have left the insured's premises. Scope of products liability. It specifically applies to products that cause harm once they are in the possession of consumers. Purpose of products liability. It protects companies against financial losses from claims due to defective products. Question 14. A garage policy is purchased by an auto repair shop. A customer's vehicle is damaged while in the shop's care. Under which part of the garage policy would this loss likely be covered? A. Garage liability. B. Garage keeper's coverage. C. Business auto coverage. D. Premises liability. Correct answer. B. Garage keepers coverage. Explanation. Garage keepers coverage provides protection for customers' vehicles while they are in the care, custody, or control of the garage business. This coverage applies when customer vehicles are damaged by a covered peril, e.g., fire, theft, or vandalism, while on the premises. Garage keepers versus garage liability. Garage keepers covers physical damage to customers' vehicles, whereas garage liability covers the business's liability for other damages or injuries. Importance for auto businesses. This coverage is essential for auto repair shops, as it specifically protects against damages to clients' vehicles. Question 15. Which of the following would generally be excluded from coverage under a commercial property policy? Q. Fire damage to an insured building. B. Windstorm damage to outdoor signs. C. Employee theft of business property. D. Vandalism damage to a business's exterior. Correct answer. C. Employee theft of business property. Explanation. Most commercial property policies exclude employee theft as it is considered a form of internal risk. To cover employee theft, businesses typically need to purchase a separate commercial crime policy. Purpose of exclusions. Policies exclude certain risks to control moral hazards and because other types of insurance, like crime insurance, specifically address them. Additional coverage for theft. Employee theft is a unique risk that requires specialized coverage beyond standard property insurance. Question 16. A professional liability policy provides coverage for which of the following scenarios? A. A restaurant is sued after a customer slips and falls. B. An accountant is sued for errors in tax preparation. C. A contractor is sued for property damage while working on site. D. A retail store is sued for false advertising. Correct answer. B. An accountant is sued for errors in tax preparation. Explanation. Professional liability insurance, also known as errors and omissions, EO, insurance, covers claims related to mistakes or negligence in professional services provided. In this case, an accountant's error in tax preparation is covered, distinct from general liability. General liability covers bodily injury and property damage, while professional liability specifically covers services provided by professionals. Purpose of professional liability. It protects service professionals from claims of inadequate work, errors, or negligence. Question 17. A commercial property owner has a boiler and machinery policy. Which of the following would be covered under this policy? A. Fire damage to the property. B. Loss of income due to a power surge damaging machinery. C. Wind damage to the roof. D. Flood damage to the basement. Correct answer. B. Loss of income due to power surge damaging machinery. Explanation. A boiler and machinery policy, also known as equipment breakdown coverage, provides protection against physical and financial loss due to mechanical or electrical failure. Coverage includes damage to the equipment and may also cover lost income due to equipment breakdown. Unique to equipment breakdown. Standard property policies often exclude mechanical breakdowns, so this policy fills that gap. Scope of boiler and machinery coverage. It specifically addresses internal machinery and equipment issues, not external perils like wind or flood. Question 18. An insured's commercial auto policy has a symbol 1, any auto, coverage designation for liability. This designation means A. Coverage applies only to owned autos. B. Coverage applies only to non-owned autos. C. Coverage applies to any auto regardless of ownership. D. Coverage applies only to autos specifically listed in the policy. Correct answer. C. Coverage applies to any auto regardless of ownership. Explanation. Symbol 1 in a commercial auto policy indicates coverage for any auto, whether owned, leased, hired, or borrowed, for liability purposes. It provides the broadest liability coverage available under a commercial auto policy. Purpose of symbol 1. It ensures that any vehicle used in business operations is covered for liability, reducing the risk of gaps in coverage. Commercial auto symbol system. Each symbol provides different scopes of coverage based on vehicle ownership and use. Question 19. Which endorsement allows a homeowner's insurance policy to cover personal property for additional perils such as accidental loss or damage? A. Inflation guard endorsement. B. Scheduled personal property endorsement. C. Personal property replacement cost endorsement. D. Personal property floater. Correct answer. D. Personal property floater. Explanation. A personal property floater provides broader coverage for personal property, often on an all-risk basis, which includes coverage for accidental loss or damage to valuable items such as jewelry, art, or electronics. Distinction from scheduled personal property. While both cover specific items, a floater generally provides all-risk coverage that applies worldwide. Purpose of personal property floater. It extends coverage to include a wide range of perils beyond the basic homeowner's policy's coverage. Question 20. A business's commercial property insurance includes an agreed value provision. What is the purpose of this provision? A. To allow the insured to receive partial payments. B. To waive the coinsurance requirement. C. To require the insured to pay a deductible on every claim. D. To increase coverage for replacement cost. Correct answer. B. To waive the coinsurance requirement. Explanation. An agreed value provision in a commercial property insurance policy waives the coinsurance requirement as long as the insured and the insurer agree on a specified value for the covered property. This means the insured does not face a penalty if the property is underinsured. Purpose of agreed value. It ensures that both parties agree on a fixed value, simplifying claim settlements and eliminating potential penalties. Coinsurance requirement. Normally, coinsurance requires the insured to maintain coverage equal to a certain percentage of property value, but agreed value eliminates this requirement. Question 21. Under a commercial general liability (CGL) policy, what is the aggregate limit? A. The maximum amount paid per occurrence. B. The maximum amount paid for all claims combined during the policy period. C. The limit per person for bodily injury claims. D. The limit for property damage per location. Correct answer. B. The maximum amount paid for all claims combined during the policy period. Explanation. The aggregate limit in a CGL policy represents the maximum amount the insurer will pay for all claims combined within the policy period. This differs from the per occurrence limit, which applies to individual claims. Purpose of aggregate limit. It helps insurers control total exposure by setting an overall cap on claims for a given policy period. Separate from per occurrence, aggregate limits and per occurrence limits work together to define the policy's coverage scope. Question 22. Which of the following best describes the claims made form in a professional liability policy? A. Coverage applies to claims made during the policy period regardless of when the incident occurred. B. Coverage applies to incidents occurring during the policy period regardless of when the claim is made. C. Coverage applies only if the policyholder renews the policy annually. D. Coverage applies only if the policyholder is at fault. Correct answer. A. Coverage applies to claims made during the policy period regardless of when the incident occurred. Explanation. A claims-made form provides coverage for claims reported during the policy period even if the incident happened earlier, as long as it falls within the policy's retroactive date. Claims-made versus occurrence form. The claims-made form requires that claims are reported within the policy term, while an occurrence form covers incidents during the policy period regardless of claim timing. Importance of retroactive date. Claims before this date are not covered, helping insurers manage long-term liabilities. Question 23. In a commercial property policy, extra expense coverage is primarily designed to cover which of the following? A. Rebuilding costs after fire. B. Costs to rent temporary office space to continue operations. C. Loss of income due to business interruption. D. Cost of personal property damaged by fire. Correct answer. B. Costs to rent temporary office space to continue operations. Explanation. Extra expense coverage covers costs incurred to keep a business running after a loss, like renting temporary space to minimize operational disruption. Extra expense versus business interruption. While business interruption covers lost income, extra expenses for the costs to avoid or minimize shutdown. Purpose of extra expense coverage. Helps businesses maintain continuity, reducing the long-term impact of a covered loss. Question 24. Which of the following endorsements would provide coverage for a vehicle rented by an individual under their personal auto policy? PAP. A. Named non-owner coverage endorsement. B. Broad form drive other car endorsement. C. Extended non-owned coverage endorsement. D. Rental reimbursement endorsement. Correct answer. C. Extended non-owned coverage endorsement. Explanation. The extended non-owned coverage endorsement broadens liability coverage for vehicles not owned by the policyholder, including rental cars. Use case. This endorsement is valuable for individuals who frequently rent vehicles. Purpose of non-owned coverage. Extends liability and sometimes medical payments to vehicles the insured does not own, rent, or lease long-term. Question 25. In a homeowner's insurance policy, what does coverage see? Personal property typically cover A. The dwelling itself. B. Detached structures like sheds and garages. C. Contents within the home, such as furniture and electronics. D. Landscaping, including trees and shrubs. Correct answer. C. Contents within the home, such as furniture and electronics. Explanation. Coverage C. Personal property covers the insured's personal belongings inside the home, like furniture, clothing, and electronics. Scope of coverage usually extends to personal property anywhere in the world, though limits may apply for property off premises, separate from dwelling coverage. This is distinct from coverage A, which applies to the structure itself. Question 26. A business owner's commercial auto policy includes Symbol 7. Specifically described autos for liability coverage. This means A. All autos owned by the business are covered. B. Only autos listed in the policy are covered. C. Autos owned, hired, and borrowed by the business are covered. D. Any auto, regardless of ownership, is covered. Correct answer. B. Only autos listed in the policy are covered. Explanation. Symbol 7 in a commercial auto policy restricts liability coverage to vehicles specifically listed in the policy. This limits coverage to avoid insuring unintended vehicles. Coverage limitation. Symbol 7 requires a detailed list of covered vehicles, making it suitable for businesses wanting to control insured assets. Contrast with Symbol 1. Symbol 1 covers any auto, offering the broadest liability coverage. Question 27. Which of the following is excluded under the Commercial General Liability CGL policy? A. Bodily injury caused by an employee at a client site. B. Property damage caused by a product manufactured by the business. C. Pollution caused by a manufacturing process. D. Liability arising from advertising injury. Correct answer. C. Pollution caused by a manufacturing process. Explanation. Pollution is generally excluded from coverage under standard CGL policy due to the high risk and complexity associated with environmental hazards. Separate pollution liability insurance is typically needed for such coverage. Purpose of exclusion. Pollution claims can be expensive and involve long-term cleanup, and insurers exclude these to control costs. Alternative coverage. Businesses needing pollution coverage often purchase specific environmental liability policies. Question 28. A building and personal property coverage from BPP includes a replacement cost endorsement. What does this endorsement change in terms of how claims are paid? A. Claims are paid based on actual cash value. B. Claims are paid based on depreciated value. C. Claims are paid based on the cost to repair or replace with like kind and quality. D. Claims are subject to a coinsurance penalty. Correct answer. C. Claims are paid based on the cost to repair or replace with like kind and quality. Explanation. With a replacement cost endorsement, claims are paid based on the cost to repair or replace damaged property without deducting for depreciation. Replacement cost versus actual cash value. Actual cash value, ACV, subtracts depreciation, while replacement cost provides full reimbursement up to policy limits. Purpose. This endorsement ensures that the insured can replace property without out-of-pocket depreciation costs. Question 29. In workers' compensation insurance, which of the following benefits are covered? A. Punitive damage is awarded to the injured employee. B. Medical expenses and lost wages for work-related injuries. C. Legal defense for the employer in employee lawsuits. D. Compensation for damage to the employee's personal property. Correct answer. B. Medical expenses and lost wages for work-related injuries. Explanation. Workers' compensation insurance provides benefits for medical expenses and lost wages resulting from work-related injuries or illnesses, ensuring employees receive support without the need for litigation. Exclusions. Workers' comp does not cover punitive damages or personal property loss. Objective of workers' comp: to support employees with no-fault benefits, protecting employers from direct liability. Question 30. What is the purpose of the no benefit to bailiff clause in a property insurance policy? A. It prevents employees from claiming benefits under the policy. B. It ensures that the insured cannot transfer benefits to another party. C. It prevents other parties in possession of the property from benefiting from the policy. D. It limits the payout to actual cash value. Correct answer. C. It prevents other parties in possession of the property from benefiting from the policy. Explanation. The no benefit to bailiff clause states that no other party, such as a bailiff who has custody of the insured's property, can benefit from the insured's policy. This provision helps prevent claims made by parties other than the insured. Example: if a storage facility damages stored items, the insured, not the bailiff, benefits from the policy. Purpose of clause: ensures the policy solely benefits the named insured, not third-party custodians. Question 31. Which insurance principle states that an insured should not profit from an insurance claim but should be restored to their original financial position? A. Subrogation. B. Indemnity. C. Utmost good faith. D. Contribution. Correct answer. B. Indemnity. Explanation. The principle of indemnity ensures that an insured is compensated for their loss but does not profit from the insurance claim. It aims to restore the insured to their financial state before the loss. Subrogation. A. Allows insurers to take legal action on behalf of the insured. Utmost good faith. C. Refers to honesty in disclosing relevant information. And contribution. D. Involves multiple policies sharing the loss. Question 32. Which of the following insurance policies would provide coverage for a company if its executive officers are sued for their decisions and actions while managing the company? A. General liability insurance. B. Errors and omissions. EO. Insurance. C. Directors and officers. DO. Insurance. D. Employment practices liability insurance. Correct answer. C. Directors and officers. DO. Insurance. Explanation. Directors and officers insurance protects the company and its executives from claims resulting from decisions and actions taken while performing their duties. General liability insurance. A. Covers bodily injury and property damage, errors, and omissions. B. Applies to professional negligence and employment practices liability. D. Covers employment-related issues. Question 33. What type of policy is designed to cover high-risk items such as expensive jewelry or fine art, which may not be fully covered under standard homeowners policies? A. Umbrella policy. B. Scheduled personal property endorsement. C. HA2 policy. D. Personal liability policy. Correct answer. B. Scheduled personal property endorsement. Explanation. A scheduled personal property endorsement allows for specific high-value items to be listed and covered at their appraised value under a homeowner's policy. An umbrella policy, A, provides additional liability coverage. Now, HA2 policy, C, is a basic form of homeowner's insurance. And a personal liability policy, D, covers liability claims but not high-value items. Question 34. Which of the following is generally not covered by a comprehensive auto insurance policy? A. Theft of the vehicle. B. Hail damage. C. Collision with another vehicle. D. Vandalism. Correct answer. C. Collision with another vehicle. Explanation. Comprehensive auto insurance covers non-collision incidents such as theft, hail damage, and vandalism. Collision coverage, which is separate, applies to accidents involving other vehicles or objects. Comprehensive, A, B, D, does not include collision-related damage. Question 35. What is the primary purpose of reinsurance? A, to reduce an insurer's exposure to loss. B, to provide direct coverage to policyholders. C, to eliminate the need for underwriting. D. To offer insurance to high-risk individuals. Correct answer. A. To reduce an insurer's exposure to loss. Explanation. Reinsurance is the practice where insurers transfer a portion of their risk to other insurance companies to limit the total loss they could face. It does not involve direct policyholder coverage. B. Underwriting elimination. C. Or exclusively covering high-risk individuals. D. Question 36. Which clause in an insurance policy outlines the circumstances in which the insurer can deny a claim? A. Exclusions. B. Declarations. C. Conditions. D. Endorsements. Correct answer. A. Exclusions. Explanation. The exclusions section specifies the situations and conditions under which a claim may be denied. The declarations. B. Outline basic policy information. Conditions. C. List the policyholder's responsibilities. And endorsements. D. Modify the policy's coverage. Question 37. Which of the following types of insurance is mandatory for employers to provide in most states to cover work-related injuries? A. Health insurance. B. Workers' compensation insurance. C. General liability insurance. D. Disability insurance. Correct answer. B. Workers' compensation insurance. Explanation. Workers' compensation insurance is required by law in most states and provides benefits for work-related injuries or illnesses. Health insurance. A. Covers general medical expenses. General liability. C. Addresses third-party injuries. And disability insurance. D. Supports income replacement for non-work-related disabilities. Question 38. What is the main benefit of purchasing an umbrella insurance policy? A. It increases the deductible on existing policies. B. It provides a discount on other insurance premiums. C. It offers additional liability coverage beyond the limits of standard policies. D. It extends coverage for damages excluded from all other policies. Correct answer. C. It offers additional liability coverage beyond the limits of standard policies. Explanation. An umbrella insurance policy provides extra liability protection that exceeds the coverage limits of the policyholder's standard auto or homeowner's insurance. It does not increase deductibles. A. Provide discounts. B. Or cover all excluded damages. D. Question 39. Which term describes the portion of a claim that the insured must pay out of pocket before the insurance company covers the remaining amount? A. Premium. B. Deductible. C. Copayment. D. Exclusion. Correct answer. B. Deductible. Explanation. A deductible is the amount the policyholder is responsible for paying before the insurer covers any claim expenses. A premium. A. Is the regular payment for the policy. A copayment. C. Is typically found in health insurance for services and exclusions. D. Or situations not covered by the policy. Question 40. What type of insurance policy is typically purchased to protect against claims that exceed the coverage provided by underlying liability policies? A. Homeowners insurance. B. Umbrella insurance. C. Term life insurance. D. Comprehensive auto insurance. Correct answer. B. Umbrella insurance. Explanation. Umbrella insurance provides additional liability coverage that supplements existing policies such as auto or homeowners insurance when the policy limits are reached. It does not provide primary coverage like homeowners. A. Life. C. Or comprehensive auto insurance. D. Question 41. What is the main purpose of the coinsurance clause in a property insurance policy? A. To reduce the deductible. B. To ensure that the insured shares in the risk of loss. C. To provide additional liability coverage. D. To eliminate the need for an appraisal. Correct answer. B. To ensure that the insured shares in the risk of loss. Explanation. The coinsurance clause requires the policyholder to carry a certain percentage of the property value as coverage. If the insured does not meet this requirement, they must share a portion of the loss with the insurer. This encourages policyholders to purchase sufficient insurance coverage. Question 42. Which type of life insurance policy provides a death benefit and cash value accumulation that can grow based on the performance of a portfolio of investments? A. Term life insurance. B. Universal life insurance. C. Variable life insurance. D. Whole life insurance. Correct answer. C. Variable life insurance. Explanation. Variable life insurance offers both a death benefit and an investment component, where the cash value can increase based on the performance of the chosen investments. Term life A provides coverage without cash value. Universal life B has flexible premiums and cash value, and whole life D offers guaranteed cash value growth. Question 43. Which type of auto insurance coverage is mandatory in most states and covers injuries to other people and damage to their property when you are at fault in an accident? A. Collision coverage. B. Comprehensive coverage. C. Liability coverage. D. Uninsured motorist coverage. Correct answer. C. Liability coverage. Explanation. Liability coverage is required in most states and pays for bodily injury and property damage to others if the policyholder is at fault in an accident. Collision A and comprehensive B cover damages to the policyholder's vehicle, while uninsured motorist D covers accidents involving uninsured drivers. Question 44. In a health insurance policy, what is the term for the fixed amount the insured pays for each medical service or prescription? A. Premium. B. Deductible. C. Copayment. D. Coinsurance. Correct answer. C. Copayment. Explanation. A copayment is a set amount the insured pays for a specific service or prescription, with the remainder covered by insurance. A premium A is the payment for the policy. A deductible B is the amount paid before insurance starts covering costs, and coinsurance D is the percentage split of costs after the deductible is met. Question 45. Which of the following policies provides coverage for a property owner against loss of rental income if the property becomes uninhabitable due to a covered peril? A. Liability insurance. B. Renter's insurance. C. Loss of use coverage. D. Business interruption insurance. Correct answer. C. Loss of use coverage. Explanation. Loss of use coverage compensates for lost rental income if the insured property is uninhabitable due to covered peril. Liability insurance A. Covers legal claims. Renter's insurance B. Protects tenants. And business interruption insurance D is for business-related income loss. Question 46. What type of insurance coverage protects a professional from claims of negligence or inadequate work? A. General liability insurance. B. Workers' compensation insurance. C. Professional liability insurance. D. Business owner's policy. Correct answer. C. Professional liability insurance. Explanation. Professional liability insurance, also known as errors and omissions insurance, covers professionals against claims of negligence or inadequate work. General liability insurance A. Covers third-party bodily injury and property damage. Workers' compensation B. Covers employee injuries. A business owner's policy D is a comprehensive policy for small businesses. Question 47. Which of the following statements about a deductible in an insurance policy is correct? A. It is the amount the insurer pays before the insured contributes. B. It is the maximum amount the insured will pay in a policy period. C. It is the portion of a covered loss paid by the insured before insurance coverage begins. D. It is a premium rebate offered at the end of the policy term. Correct answer. C. It is the portion of a covered loss paid by the insured before insurance coverage begins. Explanation. A deductible is the amount an insured must pay out of pocket before the insurer covers any costs for a claim. It does not involve the insurer paying first A. A maximum cap on insured payments B. Or a rebate D. Question 48. What type of homeowner's insurance coverage is specifically for additional living expenses if a home is uninhabitable due to covered peril? A. Dwelling coverage. B. Personal property coverage. C. Additional living expenses, AL coverage. D. Liability coverage. Correct answer. C. Additional living expenses, AL coverage. Explanation. ALE Coverage pays for the additional costs of living elsewhere while the home is being repaired after damage from a covered peril. Dwelling coverage, A, repairs or rebuilds the home. Personal property coverage, B, covers belongings. And liability coverage, D, protects against legal claims. Question 49. What is the primary benefit of having a HA5 homeowners insurance policy compared to a HA3 policy? A, it provides coverage only for named perils. B, it offers comprehensive open peril coverage for both the dwelling and personal property. C, it has a lower premium cost. D, it includes earthquake insurance as standard. Correct answer. B, it offers comprehensive open peril coverage for both the dwelling and personal property. Explanation. A HA5 policy covers all perils except those specifically excluded for both the dwelling and personal property. And HA3 policy provides open peril coverage for the dwelling but named peril coverage for personal property. HA5 does not inherently include earthquake insurance, D, or come with lower premiums, C. Question 50. Which of the following is not typically covered under a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A, damage from fire. B, theft of personal belongings. C, flood damage. D, vandalism. Correct answer. C, flood damage. Explanation. Flood damage is generally excluded from standard homeowners insurance policies and requires separate flood insurance. Fire damage, A, theft, B, and vandalism, D, are typically covered by most standard policies. Question 51. What does an umbrella insurance policy primarily provide? A, coverage for personal belongings up to their replacement value. B, additional liability coverage beyond the limits of other policies. C, comprehensive health coverage for family members. D, protection against uninsured motorist claims. Correct answer. B, additional liability coverage beyond the limits of other policies. Explanation. An umbrella insurance policy provides extra liability coverage beyond the limits of the insured's existing policies, such as auto or homeowners insurance. Does not cover personal belongings. A, comprehensive health coverage, C, or uninsured motorist claims, D. Question 52. Which of the following best describes a peril in the context of insurance? A condition that increases the chance of a loss. B, the actual cause of a loss. C, a cause that excludes certain types of coverage. D, the maximum coverage limit of a policy. Correct answer. B, the actual cause of a loss. Explanation. A peril is the specific risk or event that causes a loss such as fire, theft, or a storm. A condition increasing the chance of loss, A, is a hazard, while exclusions, C, and policy limits, D, relate to policy terms. Question 53. In auto insurance, what does PIP, personal injury protection, coverage typically include? A, damage to your vehicle from a collision. B, legal defense costs in case of a lawsuit. C, medical expenses for injuries regardless of fault. D, liability for damages you cause to other vehicles. Correct answer. C, medical expenses for injuries regardless of fault. Explanation. PIP coverage helps pay for medical expenses and sometimes lost wages for the policyholder and passengers, regardless of who is at fault in an accident. Does not cover vehicle damage, A, legal defense, B, or third-party liability, D. Question 54. What is the term for the initial amount an insured person must pay before their insurance starts covering expenses? A, copayment. B, premium. C, deductible. D, coinsurance. Correct answer. C, deductible. Explanation. A deductible is the amount paid out of the pocket by the insured before the insurance company starts to cover costs. Copayment, A, is a fixed amount for a service. A premium, B, is the payment for the policy. And coinsurance, D, is a cost-sharing arrangement after the deductible. Question 55. What is the main function of an insurance premium? A, it acts as a deductible in a policy. B, it represents the total amount of coverage available. C, it is the periodic payment made by the policyholder to maintain insurance coverage. D, it is the maximum benefit an insurer will pay for a claim. Correct answer. C. It is the periodic payment made by the policyholder to maintain insurance coverage. Explanation. An insurance premium is the payment made by the policyholder to keep their insurance policy active. It is not the deductible, A, the total coverage amount, B, or the maximum payout, D. Question 56. Which type of life insurance provides coverage for a specific term and does not accumulate cash value? A. Whole life insurance. B. Universal life insurance. C. Term life insurance. D. Variable life insurance. Correct answer. C. Term life insurance. Explanation. Term life insurance provides coverage for a specific period and it does not accumulate cash value. Whole life, A. Universal life, B. And variable life, D. Policies include a cash value component. Question 57. What type of insurance policy would typically cover the costs associated with a data breach? A. Commercial property insurance. B. General liability insurance. C. Cyber liability insurance. D. Business interruption insurance. Correct answer. C. Cyber liability insurance. Explanation. Cyber liability insurance helps cover the costs associated with data breaches, including legal fees, notification expenses, and credit monitoring. Commercial property insurance, A, covers physical assets. General liability, B, covers bodily injury and property damage. And business interruption insurance, D, covers lost revenue due to operational disruptions. Question 58. Which clause in an insurance policy specifies the conditions under which the policyholder can cancel the policy? A. Exclusions clause. B. Cancellation clause. C. Indemnity clause. D. Coinsurance clause. Correct answer. B. Cancellation clause. Explanation. A cancellation clause outlines the terms and conditions under which the policyholder or the insurer can terminate the policy. Exclusions. A. List what is not covered. The indemnity clause. C. Relates to compensation. And the coinsurance clause. D. Requires the insured to bear a portion of the risk. Question 59. What is the primary purpose of liability coverage in an auto insurance policy? A. To cover the insured's medical expenses. B. To cover damages to the insured's vehicle. C. To protect the insured against legal claims from third parties. D. To replace the insured's vehicle if stolen. Correct answer. C. To protect the insured against legal claims from third parties. Explanation. Liability coverage pays for damages or injuries to others when the insured is at fault in an accident. It does not cover the insured's medical expenses, A. Their vehicle damage, B. Or theft of the vehicle, D. Question 60. Which type of homeowner's insurance policy provides the broadest coverage, including open peril coverage for both the dwelling and personal property? A. HA1. B. HA3. C. HA5. D. HA8. Correct answer. C. HA5. Explanation. A HA5 policy provides the broadest coverage, with open peril protection for both the dwelling and personal property. HA1A is basic coverage. HA3B is a more standard policy with open peril coverage for the dwelling and named peril for personal property. And HA8D is for older homes with limited coverage. Question 61. Which of the following types of insurance would cover damages to a vehicle caused by hail? A. Liability insurance. B. Collision insurance. C. Comprehensive insurance. D. Uninsured motorist insurance. Correct answer. C. Comprehensive insurance. Explanation. Comprehensive insurance provides coverage for non-collision related damage to a vehicle, including weather-related incidents like hail, as well as theft, vandalism, and fire. Question 62. In a standard homeowner's insurance policy, coverage C typically refers to which type of coverage? A. Personal liability. B. Personal property. C. Dwelling. D. Loss of use. Correct answer. B. Personal property. Explanation. Coverage C. ECA standard homeowner's insurance policy covers personal property, which includes the insured's belongings within and sometimes outside the home, such as furniture, clothing, and electronics. Question 63. Under a standard auto insurance policy, what does uninsured motorist coverage protect against? A. Damage caused by an at-fault driver without insurance. B. Vehicle damage caused by natural disasters. C. Liability claims made against the insured. D. Injury to passengers in the insured's vehicle. Correct answer. A. Damage caused by an at-fault driver without insurance. Explanation. Uninsured motorist coverage protects the insured if they are injured or their property is damaged in an accident caused by an at-fault driver who lacks insurance. Question 64. Which of the following would typically be excluded under a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A. Fire damage to the home. B. Theft of personal property. C. Water damage from a flood. D. Damage from a fallen tree. Correct answer. C. Water damage from a flood. Explanation. Flood damage is usually excluded from standard homeowners policies and requires separate flood insurance, which can be purchased through programs like the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP). Question 65. In property and casualty insurance, the term subrogation refers to A. An insurer's right to recover costs from a third party responsible for a loss. B. The process of determining the value of an insured item. C. Coverage for additional living expenses. D. A discount for bundling multiple policies. Correct answer. A. An insurer's right to recover costs from a third party responsible for a loss. Explanation. Subrogation allows the insurer to seek reimbursement from a third party that is at fault after the insurer has paid a claim to the policyholder. Question 66. Which of the following best describes the purpose of liability insurance? A. To pay for damages to the insured's own property. B. To provide coverage for injuries or damages caused to third parties. C. To cover medical expenses for the insured's family. D. To replace lost income due to illness. Correct answer. B. To provide coverage for injuries or damages caused to third parties. Explanation. Liability insurance covers legal costs and damages if the insured is held responsible for injuring others or damaging their property, rather than covering personal property or medical expenses for the insured's family. Question 67. Which of the following is an example of a moral hazard in property insurance? A. An insured property is located in a high-crime area. B. A homeowner fails to lock their doors regularly. C. The policyholder intentionally damages their own property. D. A property is at high risk due to its location near a forest. Correct answer. C. The policyholder intentionally damages their own property. Explanation. A moral hazard involves the policyholder's intentional actions or behavior that increases the likelihood of a claim, such as intentionally damaging their own property to collect insurance proceeds. Question 68. What is the main purpose of coinsurance in a property insurance policy? A. To share the risk with another insurance provider. B. To encourage policyholders to insure property to a specific value. C. To allow multiple claims within a policy term. D. To reduce premium costs for policyholders. Correct answer. B. To encourage policyholders to insure property to a specific value. Explanation. Coinsurance requires the policyholder to insure their property for a minimum percentage of its value, typically 80%, to receive full coverage on partial losses. Failing to meet this requirement may result in reduced claim payouts. Question 69. Which type of insurance policy would most likely cover injuries sustained by a customer at a business? A. Workers' compensation insurance. B. Product liability insurance. C. Commercial general liability insurance. D. Property insurance. Correct answer. C. Commercial general liability insurance. Explanation. Commercial general liability insurance protects businesses against claims for bodily injury or property damage caused to third parties on their premises, such as customers or vendors. Question 70. What does a fidelity bond cover in a business insurance context? A. Damage to business-owned vehicles. B. Employee theft or dishonesty. C. General liability claims. D. Equipment breakdown. Correct answer. B. Employee theft or dishonesty. Explanation. A fidelity bond provides coverage to businesses for losses resulting from fraudulent acts or theft committed by employees, offering financial protection against potential employee dishonesty. Question 71. A Rhode Island homeowner's policy includes a standard deductible. If the insured experiences multiple claims in the same policy period, how are deductibles typically applied? A. The deductible is waived for the second claim in the same period. B. The deductible is applied only to the first claim of the policy period. C. Each claim is subject to a separate deductible. D. All claims are combined under a single deductible. Correct answer. C. Each claim is subject to a separate deductible. Explanation. Homeowners insurance deductibles generally apply to each claim filed, meaning that if multiple claims arise in one policy period, a separate deductible will be deducted for each. This approach helps insurers manage the cost of multiple claims and ensures that policyholders contribute to each claim settlement. In Rhode Island, policy terms must clearly outline the deductible structure so that insured parties are aware of potential out-of-pocket costs for multiple incidents. Question 72. What is the primary purpose of Rhode Island's uninsured motorist coverage in a personal auto policy? A. To cover damages when the at-fault party has no insurance. B. To cover the insured's vehicle repairs regardless of fault. C. To cover property damage caused by natural disasters. D. To pay for liability claims made against the insured. Correct answer. A. To cover damages when the at-fault party has no insurance. Explanation. Uninsured motorist coverage protects the insured in case they are involved in an accident with an at-fault driver who does not have liability insurance. This coverage helps the insured recover expenses for injuries or damage to their vehicle when the responsible party cannot provide compensation. Rhode Island mandates that insurers offer coverage as part of auto policies to ensure financial protection against uninsured drivers. Question 73. In Rhode Island, what is an insurer's responsibility regarding notifying an insured party about their homeowner's policy renewal? A. Send a renewal notice at least 90 days before the renewal date. B. Provide a renewal notice only if the premium increases. C. Notify the insured at least 30 days before the policy expires. D. Automatically renew the policy without notifying the insured. Correct answer. C. Notify the insured at least 30 days before the policy expires. Explanation. Rhode Island regulations require insurers to provide policyholders with advance notice of renewal to give them adequate time to review, renew, or adjust coverage. Typically, this notice period is 30 days before the expiration date, allowing the insured to make informed decisions about their policy. This requirement protects consumers by preventing unexpected coverage lapses and ensuring transparency in policy renewals. Question 74. A Rhode Island commercial property policy includes business interruption insurance. If the insured property is damaged and cannot operate, how does this coverage assist the business? A. It reimburses the business for reduced property values. B. It covers expenses related to employee injuries during the downtime. C. It provides funds to cover lost revenue while the business is closed. D. It covers all inventory replacement costs without limits. Correct answer. C. It provides funds to cover lost revenue while the business is closed. Explanation. Business interruption insurance compensates the policyholder for lost income during a covered shutdown, helping businesses maintain financial stability while they recover. In Rhode Island, this coverage is often included in commercial property policies or can be added as an endorsement. It typically covers ongoing expenses, payroll, and lost profits, but does not extend to inventory replacement or unrelated losses. Question 75. If a Rhode Island policyholder with a standard homeowner's policy wishes to insure high-value jewelry, what action should they take? A. Rely on the standard policy's coverage limits. B. Purchase a floater or endorsement specifically for the jewelry. C. Increase the policy deductible to cover higher value items. D. Request a waiver of the standard policy's sublimits. Correct answer. B. Purchase a floater or endorsement specifically for the jewelry. Explanation. Standard homeowners policies typically impose sublimits on high-value items such as jewelry, which may not fully cover their worth in the event of a loss. To adequately insure these items, policyholders should add a floater or endorsement that provides additional coverage. In Rhode Island, insurers offer these endorsements to protect valuables, ensuring that they are covered for their appraised value in case of theft, damage, or loss. Question 76. Which of the following would be covered under a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A. Earthquake damage. B. Flood damage. C. Fire damage. D. Wear and tear damage. Correct answer. C. Fire damage. Explanation. A standard homeowner's insurance policy typically covers fire damage as part of the dwelling coverage. However, it does not generally cover earthquake or flood damage unless special endorsements are added. Wear and tear is considered a maintenance issue and is not covered by standard homeowner's insurance. Question 77. Which of the following is true regarding the cancellation of an auto insurance policy? A. An insurance company cannot cancel a policy midterm under any circumstances. B. An insurance company can cancel a policy at any time without notice. C. A policyholder may cancel their policy at any time, but the insurance company may charge a cancellation fee. D. An insurance company can cancel a policy only after providing 30 days notice. Correct answer. D. An insurance company can cancel a policy only after providing 30 days notice. Explanation. Under most state laws, an insurance company must provide at least 30 days notice to cancel an auto insurance policy, except in cases of non-payment or fraud. Policyholders may cancel their policies at any time, but they may be subject to a cancellation fee depending on the insurer's terms and the remaining premium. Question 78. What type of insurance coverage is needed to protect against damages resulting from a slip and fall accident on business property? A. Property insurance. B. General liability insurance. C. Workers' compensation insurance. D. Professional liability insurance. Correct answer. B. General liability insurance. Explanation. General liability insurance covers businesses for injuries or damages that occur on their premises, such as slip and fall accidents. Property insurance covers physical damage to the property itself, while workers' compensation covers employee injuries, and professional liability insurance protects against claims of professional negligence. Question 79. In a typical property insurance policy, which of the following would be an example of an exclusion? A. Damage from vandalism. B. Loss due to a natural disaster like a hurricane. C. Fire damage. D. Theft of personal property. Correct answer. B. Loss due to a natural disaster like a hurricane. Explanation. Exclusions in property insurance policies typically outline what is not covered. Common exclusions include damage from natural disasters like hurricanes or floods, although this can be covered by separate policies or endorsements. Vandalism, fire damage, and theft are generally covered unless specifically excluded in the policy. Question 80. Which type of insurance is required by law for all employers in most states to provide coverage for employee work-related injuries? A. Commercial general liability insurance. B. Workers' compensation insurance. C. Professional liability insurance. D. Disability insurance. Correct answer. B. Workers' compensation insurance. Explanation. Workers' compensation insurance is required by law in most states to cover medical expenses, lost wages, and rehabilitation costs for employees who suffer work-related injuries or illnesses. Commercial general liability insurance covers third-party claims, professional liability insurance covers professional errors, and disability insurance provides income replacement for personal injury or illness. Question 81. Under a standard homeowner's insurance policy, which of the following perils is typically not covered? A. Fire. B. Theft. C. Earthquake. D. Windstorm. Correct answer. C. Earthquake. Explanation. Standard homeowners insurance policies generally exclude earthquake damage, which must be covered by a separate endorsement or policy. Fire, theft, and windstorm are commonly included in basic homeowners coverage. Question 82. In a commercial property policy, the coinsurance clause is designed to A. Eliminate the deductible for small claims. B. Encourage the insured to insure their property to a certain percentage of its value. C. Limit the amount an insurer will pay for a liability claim. D. Provide coverage for additional living expenses. Correct answer. B. Encourage the insured to insure their property to a certain percentage of its value. Explanation. The coinsurance clause requires the insured to carry coverage equal to a specified percentage, usually 80%, 90%, or 100% of the property's value. Failure to do so results in a reduced payout on claims, as the insured essentially becomes a quencher. Question 83. Which of the following is covered under the liability section of a personal auto policy? A. Damage to the insured's own vehicle from a collision. B. Injuries to passengers in the insured's vehicle due to the insured's negligence. C. Medical expenses for the insured's own injuries. D. Physical damage to the insured's personal property in the car. Correct answer. B. Injuries to passengers in the insured's vehicle due to the insured's negligence. Explanation. The liability section of a personal auto policy covers bodily injury and property damage for which the insured is legally responsible, including injuries to passengers in the insured's vehicle when the insured is at fault. Damage to the insured's own vehicle and personal property is covered under different sections. Question 84. Which of the following statements about umbrella liability insurance is correct? A. It covers only property damage. B. It provides excess liability coverage over primary policies. C. It replaces the need for homeowners and auto insurance. D. It covers medical payments for the insured. Correct answer. B. It provides excess liability coverage over primary policies. Explanation. An umbrella policy provides additional liability coverage that goes beyond the limits of the insured's primary policies, such as homeowners and auto. It acts as extra protection for large liability claims. Question 85. Which type of commercial auto insurance coverage is specifically intended to protect against damages caused by uninsured or underinsured drivers? A. Collision coverage. B. Comprehensive coverage. C. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. D. Liability coverage. Correct answer. C. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. Explanation. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage in a commercial auto policy provides protection if the insured's vehicle is hit by a driver who either has no insurance or insufficient insurance to cover the damages. Question 86. A business purchases business interruption insurance. This coverage is designed to A. Compensate for lost income due to physical damage to the business property. B. Cover expenses associated with employee injuries. C. Pay for repairs to business equipment. D. Replace inventory damaged by fire. Correct answer. A. Compensate for lost income due to physical damage to the business property. Explanation. Business interruption insurance provides income replacement if a covered peril causes the business to halt operations temporarily. It is meant to keep the business financially stable until it can resume normal operations. Question 87. Under the personal articles floater PAF, which of the following would typically be covered? A. General household items. B. Scheduled high-value personal items like jewelry and art. C. All items of personal property. D. Business inventory. Correct answer. B. Scheduled high-value personal items like jewelry and art. Explanation. The personal articles floater PAF provides coverage for specific high-value items that may have limited coverage under standard policies such as jewelry, art, and collectibles by insuring them separately. Question 88. Which of the following best describes replacement cost coverage? A. It pays the market value of a damaged item. B. It pays the depreciated value of a damaged item. C. It reimburses the policyholder for the cost to replace an item with a new one similar kind and quality. D. It covers the sentimental value of a damaged item. Correct answer. C. It reimburses the policyholder for the cost to replace an item with a new one similar kind and quality. Explanation. Replacement cost coverage reimburses the policyholder for the current cost of a new item of like kind and quality rather than the depreciated or actual cash value cost. Question 89. Which of the following is excluded from coverage under a standard commercial general liability CGL policy? A. Bodily injury cost to customer-owned business premises. B. Damage to a client's property caused by the business's negligence. C. Pollution cleanup costs. D. Legal expenses from a lawsuit alleging slander. Correct answer. C. Pollution cleanup costs. Explanation. Standard CGL policies exclude pollution-related claims. Pollution cleanup and environmental liability typically require separate environmental liability or pollution liability coverage. Question 90. Which of the following perils is typically covered under the named perils forman? A commercial property policy. A. Nuclear hazard. B. War. C. Fire. D. Earth movement. Correct answer. C. Fire. Explanation. Named perils policies specifically list covered risks, and fire is one of the most commonly included perils. Nuclear hazard, war, and earth movement are generally excluded unless additional endorsements are purchased.